What's up? It's Ryan with Go Crazy Disc Golf. Welcome to my first episode here of What's Been Working. With this new series, I'm going to be going through what has been working for me and hopefully use my educating background to teach you what has been working, how I've been doing it, and then hopefully allowing you to be able to apply it to your game if you think it works for you. Now, first thing I want to say is this: I am by no means a professional disc golfer. I'm a physical education teacher. I just absolutely love disc golf, and I thought, what better else to do than use my teaching background to hopefully continue teaching and teach something that I've been passionate about. So welcome. Thanks for joining along with the ride. Let's get into my first part of my series, which is going to be putting. Now, I don't want to go too far into putting because we all putt a little different, okay? I'm personally a sploosh putter. That's where you combine push and spin putting together. I don't truly spin my putt. Obviously, like all putts or all throws of a disc, the disc is going to rotate some. Mine does not truly spin to the essence of a spin putter where they're creating a ton of force on their putt. So what I wanted to go through was two things. One, part of my mental game, and two, part of my physical game. Let's talk about the first thing first. Let's talk about physical game. Now, my putt has changed actually significantly from the past 2 weeks. As I've gone through my disc golf career of 2.5 years, mind you, it's not like I've been playing for very long, I've always thought of putting as its own type of stroke, as its own type of movement, as its own type of throw. And over the past week, really 2 weeks, I've come to realize that putting is no different than a backhand throw, right? It's a smaller motion, right? So before, I had this crazy lead up routine. I kind of felt like Nico LaCastro here, just kind of trying to get myself right. I was bending my wrists a bunch. I was staying very tight and rigid. And when I played my first tournament, I felt like I just was tense all the time. And since then, I've kind of gotten out of that mindset, and I realized just if I was going to toss this disc to my buddy, that's all that putting is, right? The saying is to put the pizza in the oven, right? It's not about being tight and coming up with this new concept, this new idea. Putting is simply just putting the disc into the basket in the simplest form. So that's what I've really been trying to get into my mindset, was put the disc into the basket, right? So I've taken my backhand throw and I've just simply put it in front of me now, okay? Whereas before I had my wrist in this really tight, trying to get spin and produce that, where now it's more of just a large arm movement. And you're gonna hear that if you listen to other YouTubers out there, where it's just taking your largest section of your body and moving in a concise movement to your target. So now my putt looks from this, where it was tight and rigid and spinny, to now I'm just keeping my wrist more loose all the way through. And at the end, just as if I was performing my backhand, I'm releasing, I'm putting that spin on it now through the disc, but now it's just all in front of me. So now I'm getting that release here, right? Put the pizza into the oven, as they say. So now I'm doing more of a just down. I keep my disc on that hyzer angle because I'm trying to have it come in at that slight hyzer, so it's more likely to drop into the basket. I also have a bad habit personally of anhyzer putting, which throws my stroke off. So I really force myself to stay on that hyzer plane. I'm not moving my disc all that much, right? It's coming in, and then as I come up, I'm going from my joints, shoulder elbow, wrist. Okay, so shoulder, elbow, wrist. And most of my power occurs right here for my putt. Almost with my backhand, as I'm in my power pocket, as I follow through, right shoulder, elbow, wrist. Now I'm just doing the same thing right here. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. So now it's a concise motion, and I feel personally more confident with my putt. So that's my mental game. Simplify it. Okay, for me, I was making it far too complicated. I was going through this massive routine. Now I step up to the putt, I take my imaginary putt, I stop my fingers at my target. So I do my 1, I do my 2, and then I stay nice and loose through my putt. Now this applies anything within the circle, right? As I continue to practice this putt, I've already realized that with this wrist motion, with using my large muscles, I'm way more comfortable with getting the power in a putt outside of that circle, outside of that 33 feet, okay? But for me personally, that's something I need to continue to practice on in my game. The thing that's gonna help me with that is going to be using my legs. Now, when I first got into disc golf, my idea of using my legs was this backwards to forward motion, right? Backwards to forward. And whenever I putted, whenever I made a putt, especially in the circle, because you have to stay behind your lie, I felt my body out of control. And I felt that I was more nervous about stepping through my putt and crossing over my line than actually making my putt. So what I have been doing recently is taking my power from my legs at a 45-degree angle. So now I'm driving my power not only forward, but I'm driving my power up. Now this is going to apply for both a straddle putt, okay, and your stagger stance putt. Whereas before I was trying to get so far back here, almost at James Conrad all the way through, and then drive all of my power forward. And when I did that, I felt so unbalanced here, right? Because I'm putting all of my power here. And when I'm within the circle, you don't truly need all that power, right? When you leave the circle, when you're in circle 2, and it's okay to step through your lie, right? That's where you want to be driving your power forward. However, for me, what's been helping me to get better is now I'm more focused of generating my power up and forward. Not only am I getting my body going forward now, but I've been noticing I'm getting more pop on the disc and more height, right? I've personally caged a lot of discs coming up shallow. That was both with my mechanics that were poor, just my uneasiness of the putt, right? But now, as I've been powering through my disc, I'm now powering it up and through. I'm hoping that that little tip is going to help you continue to generate a lot of lower body movement for you, but like me, not feel like you're going to go through your putt and cross over your lie here. So for me, I'm now focused on my putt as I come through. Now, obviously, I'm within 10-15 feet here, so this would be more applied if I'm at C1X, right? That 15 feet and back area. But I'm really going to focus on driving back and driving up and through, right? Driving up and through. Now I'm using my quads, my hamstrings. I'm driving up and through, okay? So my upper body doesn't change. Now I'm just applying that straddle, well, right, so straddle, but lunge-based motion, right? So I'm lunging through. Now again, if I'm a straddle putter, right, same concept. I don't want my power going from legs forward because I'm now going to throw off my weight, okay, right? And I'm going to step through my line. Now I'm going down through, and some of the best putters that do that is Kevin Jones, right, where he'll come all the way through, but right, he doesn't go forward, unless he's jump putting, right, of course, he comes up, right? He's generating the power here with those legs. Same thing if you're in a lunge position. It's back, power, up and through. So that's helped me physically identify, all right, I still need the power from my legs. I still want to generate and use those large muscles, right? Like I was talking about, using my shoulder in my putt. It's not all wrist, right? Using my big muscles, all right? Using my big levers, okay? For my lower body, it's driving up and through. All right, folks, this has been working for me. I hope that you can take these ideas and apply them to your game. Of course, if you want to see something targeted that you've been struggling with on the disc golf course, I would love to try and break it down for you. Again, subscribe, like, it helps me get to know what you want. And again, please comment below if you've got an idea, if you want to see something in your disc golf library from me. All right, y'all. Again, thank you so much. I'll see you next video. Bye.